Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. In this video, we're going to take a look at what the Cardano price is doing and what the Bitcoin price is doing. And again, thanks for all your support, guys. I mean, on days like these, I know these videos, you guys want more and more videos and also about different coins, but I can't own, my time is limited as well. So I always try to do as many as I can. But yeah, my time is limited as well. On days like these, emotions always, seem to be going around, a lot of people very emotional. I can always see that in the comments on days like these, but it's always important to remain calm, in my opinion, whatever way it goes. A lot of people get really freak out, on days like these. I always see it in the comments, and I can only say calm down a little bit, because emotions and finances, in my view, don't go well together. So let's take a look at what Bitcoin is doing. Talked about it earlier today. Bitcoin did break out above this descending wedge, and we can take a look at the hourly chart. We identified a breakout formation, but my guess was it goes further down. But I also said we are in a roller coaster ride, and it could also go up before it goes down and hits eventually that target down here. So in my view, we are currently seeing a little bit of a slowdown of that pump to the upside, and I did say it earlier that we were getting into the overbought range. We broke out of the Bollinger Bands, for example, on the 4-hour chart. We saw that, which usually means that we have to bounce back in, which we are doing at the moment. I think it might go back a little bit lower, but let's take a closer look what the indicators are doing on the daily. We can see a little bit of a shift here towards the bullish range. We're getting above 50 here. On the RSI, which is getting a little bit more bullish. We're also seeing a bullish cross here on the MACD, but I would really like to see a zero across of the MACD line, the blue line of the zero line, which would be considered a buy signal. And also here we can see currently the ADX closing above the red line, which is a bullish cross. This is currently really crossing, which is when the last time when that happened, you can see that here, that was on the 24th of July. What happened after then? We really saw a move to the upside, and I want to see how the candle today is closing. And I did say it before I really turn bullish again on Bitcoin, also in the short term. I mean, I am bullish long term anyway, that, but in the short term, I want to see us getting above 48,800. How do I come to that value? And you can see it here. That was that high that we marked on the 18th of September. That was, I think, a little bit over 48,800. Would need to zoom in. I think it was pretty much exactly there. 48,800. Yeah, there you go. There it is here on the 18th of September. And I want to get above that. Want to see the candle close above that on the daily or the 4-hour. Someone asked in the comments what does it mean, the close? Well, it just means that, for example, here on the daily, that candle is the price action today. And that price, that body of the candle needs to get above it and close the day above that price action, which means we have formed a new high on that day, compared to the previous high here. So we're making higher highs again. At the moment, what you can see, we're still going up, down, down. We have had a recovery phase here as well. Don't forget, after we pumped down on the 7th of September, we had a recovery here as well, and then pumped down once more. And now we are seeing a recovery again, a little bit of a stronger one, which means the bulls are getting stronger, which is really nice, and which can, tell us that we are potentially going, seeing some sort of a bottom forming here. Maybe that was the bottom already, but still, I believe we are going down once more. But I will change my opinion as soon as we get above 48,800. So let's go to Cardano. Let's just one final look here on the hourly chart for Bitcoin, how it's currently going. To be honest, just looking at the chart, I think it's looking quite good. We are making higher highs, and also we are getting into the overbought range here on the 1-hour chart. You can see that. So a little bit of a retracement is expected. Also here on the 4-hour, but we have made some nice highs here, and we are currently getting very closely to that resistance level, which is currently here sitting at, it's 48,000. So 48,000 is currently the resistance that we try to get through, and if we get above that, that could really take us to the 48,800 and maybe even higher. At the moment, we are not getting through there, but if we zoom in a little bit and if we go into the lower time frames, that is really looking like something like a breakout formation forming there. I mean, you have a horizontal resistance line and you have a ascending trend line. So that's something like an ascending triangle, and it could really help us to push through there. So, you know, what you can clearly see here, we've been making high lows, tried to break through, failed, but the sellers couldn't really push the price away anymore. So yeah, I mean, you know, maybe I was wrong after all, but you know, I can only really, we only know when we get through the 48,800, and this scenario, the bearish one, the short-term bearish one, where we get down once more, is still in my view active until we break that 48,800. Okay, so let's go to Cardano. Where are we on Cardano here? Again, Cardano still a little bit weaker than Bitcoin at the moment. In my view, we would need to get above 265, see that candle closing above 260, or actually 264. That's what I would want to see here on the daily to change my opinion and say, you know, we don't go down once more, we will go up straight away. We can see here on the RSI that we are not in the bullish range, so Cardano performs a bit weaker at the moment than Bitcoin, unfortunately. A little bit disappointing. Also on the MACD here, we haven't made that bullish cross down here. We are also below the zero line, and we haven't made that bullish cross on the ADX. So still a short signal on the daily for Cardano. If we go and zoom in here on the 4-hour chart, let's see what we can see. Well, we can actually see that we are finding resistance here at this diagonal resistance line, which is coming down here. And you can clearly see that we are still much clearer actually than for Bitcoin, that we are still in that downtrend. And it really appears like, even though, you know, Bitcoin broke above this 213 line this morning, above this horizontal resistance line this morning, it is now sitting here, which is of this ascending wedge, that resistance line, and Bitcoin broke through that this morning. So it seems like that Cardano is a little bit behind. You know, maybe Cardano is going to break out to the top as well if Bitcoin performs well, you know, going forward. And I don't know why I'm on the 3-hour chart at the moment. Let's go on to the 1-hour chart. What we can see here certainly is also a very similar breakout formation that we can currently see with Bitcoin. So maybe we are going to attempt the breakout certainly above this level, because you make higher lows here, higher lows, and we try to break through, failed. But again, the sellers can't push the price away from that resistance line anymore. And we're finding support here at the 200 hour moving average currently, you know, this yellow line. So yeah, if we break above that, you know, that could even take us, let's take, if we take, I could imagine that would be a price target here, where we go down to that double bottom. That is the neckline here at the moment, with certainly a resistance level here. So that could take us all the way up to, I think, 246, 245. I think we would probably get up to that level here that we marked on the 25th of September, that high, which was sitting at 245. I think that is as high as we could go if we really managed to break above that level. Bear in mind, you have quite a strong resistance support zone here, that yellow box basically. That is where we are currently also finding resistance. So it will be a struggle to get through. My primary scenario still remains that we come down once more, especially as on the daily we can still see the indicators being quite weak, whereas on the hourly we are getting into the overbought range. So, you know, it indicates, yes, we are in an uptrend here currently, in a short-term uptrend on the hourly, but as we're getting into the overbought range, you can see normally when that happens, we get a bounce and drop down again. Here as well, we got into the overbought range and then dropped down again. And back here it was the same. So whenever you get into the overbought range, you can expect some resistance and a retracement. So even though that could only be temporary, but I don't think we just break through straight away. But if we do, you know, I just gave you a target, just observe that. But still, again, as long as we don't get above 264 for Cardano, I am short term still expecting that we could come down once more. And you know, I know it is getting emotional. So many emotional comments today I had to read, and some of them I had to delete because they were quite disrespectful, which is not the right place to be, you know, because it just shows that you know, people might struggle with the whole crypto market if they get that emotional. And I believe, you know, it doesn't have finances, and emotions don't go very well together, because then you can make decisions which are not very logical sometimes. And yeah, you know, just on days like this, it's just always important to calm down. I mean, actually, it's quite good, isn't it? We're getting up, going up. We are making green numbers again. And all we do here is observe and have a chat about the price. So my primary target is again to get down once more to the golden pocket, the 0.618 Fibonacci retracement level, and perhaps even the 0.786, which is at 145, but that would be my worst case scenario. So let's see. And if we hit, or if we make that bottom, then I told you already, we are going to finalize that wave 3 to the upside, which would take us to at least 450, and that still remains in place for me. Hopefully you liked that video. If you did, please smash the like button, and if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.